I want you to consider the idea that there is nothing wrong with you. Tell yourself, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm okay. How does that make you feel? You might get doubtful, you might feel like, no, 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 I can't believe that. But when you start questioning who made you believe that there is something wrong with you, now you're starting to see the whole picture. Most of the Western culture is built on guilt. We are guilty for making crimes. We are guilty for being a certain person. We are guilty for having a certain look or whatever it is. And the reason is really simple. It's a lot easier to control people who are stuck in guilt than people who free themselves from guilt, because that's when you realize that it's fine to be who you are and you actually have a lot more energy to create and build your dream life. And if we want to take this idea a little bit further, we can look at the self-development industry. And this might come as a shock to you, but most of the self-development industry is built on guilt. It's built in a way that you are supposed to feel flawed so that you can use products that will make you somehow better, somehow more complete. Do you see what I'm getting at here? It's business, it's brutal, and there's so much of it, the noise, that there's something wrong with us. But actually, when you wake up to the truth that there's nothing wrong with you, you free yourself from the guilt, you say sorry, and you let go of all those negative emotions. You are stepping into like 5% of the population who realize this, that there's nothing wrong. And even if there's nothing wrong, you can still improve yourself. It's like an athlete who's a top runner or something like that. He doesn't feel like there's anything wrong with his running, but still he wants to perform better and create a better time or whatever it is. So letting go of guilt, it has transformed my life, my energy level, my enthusiasm, my desire to live life is just at an all-time high. And it's not always an easy process to begin with, because essentially we are conditioned to feel guilty since we were children. The schooling system makes us feel guilty. If you didn't get a good grade, there's something wrong with you. That's just bullshit. It's just people who want to control us. And it's not even the people, it's these institutions, it's these entities that are built, and companies and dogmas and ideologies. People are just puppets in these bigger systems, and if you don't wake up and realize that you are an individual who is capable of creating whatever you want, you're gonna be stuck. And guilt is one of the biggest thing why people are stuck in those systems, and they are stuck in places they don't want. They work a job they don't want. They do things they don't want. They live in a place they don't want because they feel guilty. And then there's family, and that's a really deep issue when you go into the family dynamics. And I have a lot of personal experience, and that was actually a great resolution for me when I realized that I can let go of the guilt that my mother wanted me to have, and I can let go of guilt that all the other family members had basically planted in me. Once I started to choose myself, and of course I'm behaving, I'm conscious of what I'm doing, I'm not harming anyone, I just let go of the guilt. It's this internal nagging voice. It's instant freedom. And a lot of the times we get this breakthrough, and it's like for a minute or two, we're like, yes, now I know how it feels. And then our mind comes and grabs. It's like, no, you're supposed to feel guilty because that's what we are. We are so used to it. You can't just change in an instance. And this is what you need to realize. The feeling of guilt is a habit. And that habit needs to be replaced with something. It's really difficult to remove a habit. So what you should do is you change the input of the habit. So if you're used to feeling a lot of guilt, you can start to remind yourself, okay, I'll let go of this and I replace it with joy. And you're like, wow, I'm happy to be myself. I'm happy to be myself. And what you used to say that I'm guilty for being myself is now turned into I'm happy to be myself. And when you start doing this and you keep doing it for an extended period of time, I think science says that it's like 21 to 30 days that you form a new habit. Stick with this for a month, let go of guilt, be like, no, I don't buy into that guilt thing anymore, and I'll choose joy instead. And I'm like, wow, I'm happy to be myself. I accept myself. And anybody who's trying to put guilt on me, I put up a mirror for them and be like, take it back. I don't want that. I'm not buying it. And it's this simple. It's amazing when you realize, when it clicks and you're like, wow, I'm so tired of feeling guilty, and the guilt is eating us from the inside out. You will release so much stored energy and kind of energy that just is leaking from your system. Let go of guilt. It's gonna be the best decision you make in your life. Because once you get over that and you get into a more joyous state, you like yourself better, you will attract more opportunities, you will attract better people and relationships and things, and your life will just change completely just by ditching guilt. And yes, there are other things in life and there are other negative things, but guilt is one of the biggest one. Guilt has a claw on most of us. But when we realize that it's a decision that we make, that we take on the guilt, we buy into the story that we are somehow guilty. Let go of the story. Don't buy into that guilt. And I promise you, you will feel so much better, because I know I started this process like 4 months ago, and it's amazing how differently I feel in my body. I feel so much better to be me. I feel so much better to live my life, to go after my dreams, to build my business. Guilt is a huge obstacle that many try to overcome, but the solution is so simple. You let go of it. You don't buy into it. You just say, bye. I don't want you anymore, guilt. And if you decide this today, please come back in a month and comment how differently you feel, what changed in your life, because I really want to know how these simple mindset shifts can really transform people's life in a way that it transformed my life. Let go of guilt. Decide that I don't buy into that anymore. You let go of it, and that's when the path to your dream life starts. So I'm happy to share this message, and I hope that you enjoyed it too. So I'll see you in a future video. My name is Mitz. Peace out.